I can start off. Are we only talking about the movie Love Again? Or
No,
are
we're
we
talking
talking
about
about
all of
did
the
you
movies.
watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie to you. I couldn't finish that movie. But we'll talk about it.
Thank you.
Love Again?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love
Everybody
Again
shut
or
up.
White Christmas?
Yeah.
Everybody shut up. Shut
Wait,
up.
did you watch
Nope,
White
stop.
Christmas?
We'll talk about it. Yes, I watched White Christmas. We'll talk
Oh,
about
She
it.
did her
Yeah.
assignment. That's all you need
We'll
to know.
talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Talk about it.
I had to pay money for that.
To watch?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not.
That's all I'm going to say
No.
because I needed to get that off my chest. Shush.
We'll talk.
I've been biting my tongue about that.
Hey, it's Casey,
I'm Meredith.
And this is Kiara.
and we're three best friends in a long-distance relationship.
We've learned some valuable lessons along the way over the last 10 years of being friends.
Now let's get to it because Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome back to It's Been Forever. I'm Meredith.
I'm Casey.
And I'm Kiara. And welcome to the end of season 1 of the It's Been Forever
Whoa.
podcast. Crazy.
Wow.
You heard it
What
here,
the heck?
folks. This is episode 25. So welcome. We have an exciting episode for you guys. And then over the holidays, we're going to take a couple weeks off and come back for season 2 at the top of the new year. But if you've been listening, you know we love to read listener emails at the beginning of the episodes. And today I'm going to read one because it hits a little close to home because my mom wrote in.
Oh.
So
Yay.
now-
rounding out the mom trilogy.
Yeah, I
Yes,
know.
I was just going to say.
Go, Mom.
She was the last one of all of us. We've had Gina and Kathy also write in. So this is from Yvonne. So if you want to be featured in an episode, write us an email at itsbeenforeverpod@gmail.com and we will probably put you on blast, but promise it's going to be a fun ride.
Fun blast.
Fun blast.
Yeah.
So Yvonne writes, she says, you are invited as the caption? Subject line. Thank you. I was like, that
Subject, yeah.
feels wrong.
We're invited.
I'm sorry. Okay, you're invited.
To what? I might ask.
Exactly. Just you wait. Okay, she says, yes, my favorite podcasters are invited to meet together at my house in beautiful Lakewood Ranch, Florida for a live episode of It's Been Forever.
Oh my god!
We actually had this
live epi.
I know. We actually had this idea that like the next time we're with our families, we do like a get to know that person. So like whenever you go to Iowa or to Pennsylvania, whatever, do like with like whether it's your parents or your mom or something, and like you ask them questions about whether it's childhood or yourself or something. But
Yeah.
so I think that's what she's getting
I
to.
like that.
But she says, then this paragraph makes me laugh. Of course, the real reason I want you here is to serve you some millet loaf with mashed potatoes
my
and
gosh.
gravy
So
and other
funny.
surprises for a complete, wholesome, plant-based, delicious meal. And afterwards, each of you can tell me what was your favorite dish and least favorite dish and why.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you millet loaf is probably going to be my least favorite. I still am
How
so
are we making
curious
the
by
gravy?
what is in
How are we making the
and what's
gravy?
in the
I don't
mashed
know.
potatoes.
What's in the mashed potatoes?
I guess there's mashed potatoes. I guess there's plant-based butter and
Yeah.
like oat milk.
Yeah.
Oat milk.
Yeah, I don't even
Or
know.
almond.
Nut
Or
milk.
cashew.
as
Probably
my dad
cashews. I was
calls
gonna
it.
say last time we were there, she made some like plant-based grilled cheeses, but it was like cashews that like had the thickness of like a cheese that was melted, and it actually was pretty good. So it's probably cashews.
Honestly,
I honestly
years
just would
of
love to
being
see
vegan-
Yvonne's creativity on
Mhm.
display. I think would be
Yeah.
the coolest thing.
the years of being vegan, you have to learn how to be a good vegan chef. So I bet I totally trust that her food tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I do too.
like I said, she's been in this business for probably at least 20 years.
Yeah.
So she's really perfected her craft. But the part about favorite and least favorite dish, I know that's a nod to you, Casey. And it's funny because over Thanksgiving, my sister was like, I don't think I could last in the Perez family. Like, I'm too sensitive. I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't do so well.
Yeah. You can't
Which
be
made me laugh.
sensitive around these parts.
It's a special breed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then she goes to write, as one of the It's Been Forever podcast moms, I love hearing how your personalities shine through and how your friendship and love of Jesus has gotten even stronger throughout the years of being friends. Remember, live show Betger home in 2024. Love to all, Mama Betger, parentheses, Yvonne, if we didn't know her name.
Oh,
Yvonne.
okay.
Yvonne.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But yes, Mom, thank you so much for writing in.
Thank you,
I love
Vaughn.
you. That was cute. I don't know. Do we have any parts to really dissect? I don't even feel like
I
we
don't have any
Honestly,
of
she
that.
do.
kept it pretty clean,
pretty
and-
clean.
Yeah.
concise, and did a really good job of
She
not
did.
being scrutinized.
So it's just an invite.
Yeah.
So live show,
Yeah.
or if we all three just go there and then bring our stuff, we could just do it.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
whatever. But that was a fun way to little kick this
That was
off.
sweet.
Episode 25. Love you, Mom.
Okay, well, I'm really excited because we're doing movie reviews today.
Woo,
And if you've
woo.
listened to our previous movie review, Kiara watched SpongeBob the movie for the first time. She didn't grow up on SpongeBob. It's a travesty, but her watching the SpongeBob movie has brought us all closer together, as Meredith and I love that movie in the show. Mare, you watched, remind me what you watched again.
I watched Mary Poppins.
Yes, that's what you watched. The
Oh, yeah,
classic,
yeah.
the old classic Mary Poppins.
Yes.
And then I watched A Star is Born for the first time.
Gosh.
So we really love doing that so much. And so we are going to do it again, but this time we're going to make it a holiday edition. So we all have respective Christmas movies. And I'm going to say air quotes for respective Christmas movies for mine.
Oh
But,
my gosh. I
and
can't.
we each had a movie that we hadn't seen before that we assigned to each other. Meredith, why don't you start us off and tell us what movie you watched?
I would just love to.
Okay.
I watched White Christmas.
Yes.
I had never seen that movie before. The classic, Bing Crosby.
Mhm.
And I have some thoughts on it.
Sure.
Okay. I have some thoughts that maybe are controversial. Okay. So, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think I need to watch that movie ever again.
You probably don't. You probably don't.
It not to say that it was bad.
I
Not
get
to say
it.
that I didn't
I
like
get it. I get it.
But I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting more of a romance movie.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it wasn't really.
It's more like show,
And I didn't
show
really-
toony.
It's show toony, and I didn't realize that it was so much about like
Old.
war. Like it was like set in like it started
Yeah,
off
what decade?
at like in like World War II,
Yeah.
you know? And then it showed them like leaving the war and then like reuniting with their general or their captain.
Yes.
And
We'll
It
follow
just
the
felt-
old man wherever he wants to go.
well,
Oh,
and
wow.
the one
I
song
don't
they're
remember
like,
some of them.
because we love him, we
We
love
love
him.
him.
And I kept thinking, what general, what army like brigade would sing this?
This one.
Like,
This one.
That's funny.
I don't know. It felt like I like was cringing a little bit for that. But I will say I loved the dancing. The amount of
Mhm.
dancing was great and singing. I will say I thought the dancing could have been more skillful or more like when I'm
Okay.
watching them, especially the two girls, Betty and Judy.
I don't
I think
actually
that-
even
Betty
remember.
and Judy.
Yeah.
The two main girls. I was Googling this movie, so I was doing my research.
Yeah.
Apparently Judy's the actress that played Judy was a Rockette. She was like a professional
wow.
dancer. Like she's very good. Whereas
She's
I don't
super
think
good.
Betty
No,
had
Betty
the same.
Betty didn't dance. Like
Betty
that.
didn't really dance.
Mm.
So when they danced together, Betty was always a little bit off. And I just kept thinking, like, didn't you want to do like another take? Like if you would have done another take of that,
You're like, you could have rehearsed this
it could
a
have
little
been
bit more.
in sync. Yeah, there was just like she was always a little behind or something, you know. Which also, did you know that Betty, the actress that played Betty, is George Clooney's aunt?
No.
I did not know that.
I
Yes.
did not know that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow, that's
He
a
was a
fun little
pallbearer
fact.
at her wedding.
Oh,
I
that's
also read that.
So cute.
Yeah, or at her funeral.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
there's no
I thought you
okay.
said
Sorry, there's
ring,
no-
I thought you said
no.
ring bear.
No,
Pallbearer.
pallbearer at her funeral.
Wow, that turned
A
super
pall
morbid.
bearer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the person who carries the casket.
Oh, that's a pall barrier.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think Paul is spelled weird, like P-A.
Yeah, it's different.
Oh, okay.
Let's not try and spell it, but
Yeah, I
we
don't
do
know.
know it's different.
Yeah,
No, please, everyone, take a whack.
No. You know how we are with words. It's fine. And one other random fact. Judy's neck is covered for most of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It's covered for most of the movie, and there's rumors that it's because she was struggling with anorexia and her neck was wrinkled.
She was struggling with
did
anorexia.
hear that. Uh-huh.
Bad. I
Yes.
actually read up about her life before because I remember watching the movie and you're like, she is so skinny. Like,
Yeah,
she's
she's like
skinny.
really
so skinny,
small.
and she's so talented. And if you Google her,
Yes.
the only pictures of her that come up are from this era. So it's like, what
Mhm.
happened to her?
Yeah.
And it was she kind of like
Her
what
life
it-
kind of went downhill after this movie.
a little bit, yeah. And she died of like cancer.
It
Oh
was sad.
my gosh, I was just looking her up. Do you know she's Dorothy in the original Twister?
Wait, I'm sorry.
I don't even know what you're
Twister?
Not
talking
Twister. What is it called? Wizard of Oz.
No, she's
about.
not.
No, she's not.
Judy
sure?
Garland
That's
is.
Judy Garland.
Oh.
You're Googling Judy Garland. This is Judy is the name of the
Not Judy
of the
Garland.
character.
Judy's a character.
Judy is a character. Her name is like Vera
What's
Ellen.
her
or
actual
something
name?
like
Okay,
that.
I literally looked up Judy anorexia and it said Judy Garland.
Kiara, you have to double check these things.
No!
You're gonna learn such wrong
Okay,
facts.
She doesn't even look the same. They don't even look the
I
same.
don't know.
Judy's
Okay.
blonde in the
this-
movie.
Photo, she kind of does. Okay, what's her actual name?
I think it's like
I don't know.
Vera
Just look up
Ellen or
Judy
something.
White Christmas.
Okay,
Yeah.
so sorry, that was all a lie.
Cast.
Don't
all a
even
lie.
listen to anything
What?
that I'm saying.
The original
Oh yeah,
movie
okay, you're right.
Twister?
Looking at her, definitely not the right
Yes.
person. Just kidding.
I will also say, stories like this that are like when the main problem in a story is because of people not communicating well.
Oh man, isn't that frustrating?
I'm like, if you just talk to each other, you would understand that they're a camera crew isn't coming.
Yeah.
Like everything is actually fine. Why
No,
don't you
you're
just
right.
talk to each other?
You're right.
It's that type of where it's like it feels almost a little like the writing could have been better. Like we
Yeah.
could have had a different
Totally.
problem come up
Totally.
or something, you know.
And I
But again, it's
agree.
an old classic, like
Mhm.
whatever.
Classic.
I will say, love the song. I'll take the song any day. Don't ever
Mhm.
really need to see the movie again. But I'm glad that I've seen it. Snow and obviously Bing Crosby
Bing
kills it.
Crosby.
Yeah,
oh,
legendary.
My gosh.
Amazing.
Legendary.
I also really liked. I wrote this down. Love the vocal squeaks from Phil. Like whenever he's nervous, he kind of
Oh, I
his
know.
voice
It's
squeaks,
so
and
That's actually really
I like
precious.
that. But
No, I think
anyways,
Phil
all in all,
also
good
makes
movie,
the
but-
movie in a lot of ways too.
yes,
because he's that comedic relief that you need.
yes.
I
Yep.
didn't realize before watching that a couple years back that like there's so many songs that are iconic because of that movie.
The sisters? I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
sisters.
Sisters. I know.
Something about Santa the Mister who comes between me and my sister. Like
and
yeah,
boy.
that
Yeah,
You've really the
I-
last two movies have been very musical heavy for you.
I know.
I'm into it.
Right.
but
Which is weird that you haven't seen them because you like that crap.
I know. But
What's going on?
I know, two
I don't know.
classics.
now I've seen them. So thank you.
No, I've
for-
seen we just have to put
Again,
them in the
don't
forefront
ever
of them.
need to rewatch either of those again.
That's fair.
Like,
And I'll take
Mary
a
Poppins was
final
fine,
and I'll take a
but-
final ranking from you as well.
Oh man,
Out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a kind of low ranking. I'm gonna say a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
That's a pretty
Like
average.
of all the movies that are out there,
Mhm.
it's fine. Maybe
I get it.
maybe 4. I don't know.
Yeah, this is like some
Back
people's
then,
like,
movie
Christmas
standards
song.
were pretty low,
Yeah.
so I'm sure it was great when it came out. But
That's the thing. I'm sure it was like talk of the town when that
totally,
thing first
and Bing
came
Crosby.
out.
I feel like anything that had him in it at that time was like, oh, we have to see this.
Yeah.
You know,
This is like my friend
But-
Mary's favorite all-time Christmas movie. But I'm the same way. I'm like, I could watch it at least once at Christmas and probably not get bored of it. But I probably won't this Christmas, and I don't feel like I'm going to be like,
yeah,
No.
I wish that I had watched it. You know.
It's also really long.
it's 2 hours. I
It's
I had to
really
break
long.
it up into 2 because I was getting
Yeah.
kind of bored. I watched 1 hour last night and 1 hour today.
That's so funny.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
You always watch movies in chunks. I could never chunk of movie.
I'll forget
Yeah, it's
about it.
because I want to
honest.
like get back to watching Gilmore Girls for the 8th time.
Watch anything else.
Yeah.
One of these days, we're gonna recommend you a movie that's just gonna keep
this
you there
is
the
a
whole
50-minute,
entirety of the film.
like a really short one.
If a movie's an hour and a half, I'm in.
2 hours.
Give me an
that's
hour and
the
a half
limit.
movie.
Yeah, we keep giving you like super long.
Mary
old
Poppins was like
movies.
2.5 hours.
Oh, I know. It was
And I
Really?
wasn't
very long,
expecting
too.
it, so I started it way late, and I was like, oh man,
Okay.
I'm not ready for
That's
this.
funny.
No, that's too much.
All right, so that's my movie.
I'm like nervous for this next movie rating.
Okay, so
I'm so
If you've
scared.
listened- if you've listened the past couple of weeks, you heard us recommending these movies to each other. And this movie was recommended to me by Kiara with high esteem.
Okay, well, don't
With-
say that.
Well, was it not?
I don't know. Was it
Oh,
high esteem?
I remember
that
you
should
saying,
watch
oh,
it.
you said it was good.
Okay,
You said, guys, it's actually really
Okay,
good. Like you were
okay,
surprised
okay.
by it because it's one of those like Netflix movies that's like I like along the line. Not like okay, Kissing Booth is like a better movie than this. I would say.
Oh,
Like,
it's not even
it's-
it's not even compare. It's not even
it's
comparison.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's one of those that you like scroll by and you're like, should we watch this? I don't know. Yeah, what else do we have to
Okay.
watch?
And her,
That's
you know,
fair.
it's Priyanka. Wow, yeah, let's
well,
watch
to
it.
be fair, that's
Okay.
why I wanted to watch it because I do love.
No, I know,
Priyanka.
and you express that, and you express
And I
that
will again
heavily.
in case she is listening. I want you to know I stand firm with you.
Okay, so we can be fans of Priyanka.
Okay.
What I'm not going to be is a fan of this movie,
That's fine.
which is titled Love Again. So I watched the movie Love Again, and it was probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And I mean that in all sincerity. Like, I know sometimes I can say things dramatically, but that was an atrocious film.
No,
Atrocious.
worse than the Kissing Booth.
Kiara, if you think that this movie is better than The
I
Kissing Booth or any
do.
Netflix original film,
Okay, well I can't say that.
I am sorely concerned about your ability to know what a good movie is.
What? Okay.
This is not my movie to review, so I'm not going to review it. I just have to say one thing because I also haven't seen this movie, and I thought for this I should watch
Okay.
it. I could not finish it.
Really?
In the first 10 minutes, she watches him die.
Oh, no,
Like
in the first
plot
3
of the story,
minutes.
the whole
Okay.
plot of the story is like her love dies, and then
Mhm.
she's trying to. So like she keeps texting his phone number, but some other guy now has this phone number, and then he
Mhm.
like tries to find her. So that's the premise of the story.
Mhm.
But I didn't realize like she literally like he walks out of the coffee shop and she's looking at him, and then you hear.
It was so cringe.
And you see her face turn to like she's like she just watched him perish,
Oh.
and I
Uh-huh.
literally I was like,
and she didn't
what?
look away once. She didn't look away
No,
once. She
no.
just dead stared
I
and
did
never blinked.
skip ahead. I skipped ahead because I knew Nick Jonas was also in this. I thought it'd be funny to see their interaction.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I skipped
Can I-
ahead to see
yeah.
that,
Hold
and
on.
that's all
Can
I
I-
watched.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, but I'm saying that's all that I watched.
Okay, that's good to know. So, yes, within the first 3 minutes, and I'm not being dramatic, one of her fiance dies.
Mhm.
Okay. And also, it is very misleading how in the description it says that they are fiance because he never technically proposed.
That is true.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, when she's going through his possessions 2 years later because she just couldn't do it then, she finds a ring, puts it on her finger, and says, yeah, we were engaged. A bit of a delusional state, if you ask me. Okay, that's just a side note. So,
Okay.
what we're supposed to do in this film is root for Priyanka. I don't even know what her character name is. Mira?
Mira.
That's what
Mira.
it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Which was the only good thing about that movie was the title of her name. That's the only good thing about the movie.
The title of her name.
Okay.
Was
the title of her
whatever-
name.
Whatever her name.
It's
Whatever,
okay. I
you know
get
what
it.
I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I would
So-
agree. I like that.
Thank you. So we're supposed to root for her, but we literally don't know her. Like the movie does, the writing does no any sort of like setup for us to know who she is besides the fact that she draws.
Okay.
Great, cool, she draws.
Yep.
But like we barely even know that until she moved in with her parents for 2 years and like cut
and
off herself
I guess
from
she lived with her
society.
parents. That's also
Yeah.
what we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so she lives with her parents and she writes about a depressed caterpillar and draws about a depressed caterpillar.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. That's so weird.
Because she is depressed.
But then it's I didn't say she wasn't depressed.
Because her boyfriend
These
died.
are children's books. These are children's books.
Okay.
Why are you writing depressing caterpillar books for children?
Somehow she got published.
That's what I don't get. She's published. Anyway. So her sister, oh man, don't even get me started on her sister. Her sister was the most annoying person I have ever heard in my entire life. Mary's closing her eyes and just nodding her head with me.
She just kept texting her about you gotta get that. Like,
Yes, it was
chill.
gross. Also, why does she leave voicemails? And not only like 1 or 2, she left like 10 voicemails, and then she made the suggestion to leave somebody a voicemail later on. We don't leave voicemails anymore.
Was this on the dead boyfriend's phone? Or
No,
to a
the
real life
sister's
human.
leaving voicemails on
Yes.
Mira's phone.
Oh, okay.
to like get her to come back to the city because we miss you.
Okay.
The city
We only leave
misses you.
voicemails nowadays if it's like funny or goofy, like, hey, like,
Hey, you didn't answer,
Pick
so I'm
up.
gonna just make
yeah.
you answer your
If
voicemail.
someone doesn't answer and you need to like get in touch with them, you just text them.
Yeah. Or I'm not going to text you. You saw that I called. So
Yeah.
like you probably know that I
Call me.
want you attention. So
Yes.
anyway, the whole voicemail thing threw me off.
Right.
Anyway, she moves back in with her sister. I don't remember the sister's name. She was so annoying. And then they go to this burger joint that apparently she's best friends with the owner, and he named a burger after her even though she hasn't been there for 2 years. What? And then he's telling her, the owner of the burger place is telling her like, hey, to get through my wife's death, I just talk to her even though she's not there, which I get that to an extent. Okay. But Mira tries this and she's like, I just can't do it. This is the weirdest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm like, well, you write about a caterpillar who's depressed and publish it to children. So I don't think it's the weirdest thing you've ever done, but whatever. So she starts texting her old boyfriend's number, which flash forward to now our other main character, who is Sam Hewn from freaking Outlander,
Honestly,
Meredith.
That's what saved it for me. Is
That's
him.
a good cast.
That was the only thing that saved it for me was Sam.
Yeah.
But they did him
and that
dirty.
they kept his accent.
dirty. They did, which was perfect.
Yes, that was nice.
I was gonna say, were you pro accent or not pro accent?
Pro.
Okay.
Pro. Always.
We're
pro
always
accent.
pro accent.
Always.
Especially when it's Scottish. Like, come on. Like, what do you even think? Even though he's trying to be
Lass.
British in the movie, he's like a fellow Brit.
Sing me
I'm
a
like,
song of a land that is gone.
Anyway,
Okay.
I don't know the words, but
if you haven't seen Outlander, it's a
Watch
life-changing
it.
show, but also viewer discretion is advised.
viewer discretion at the end of season 1. Just skip it.
And like just viewer discretion over everything, and just like
Over all
know your level of maturity before you watch this show.
Yeah.
But it will change your life because it's one of the best shows I've ever
so
seen.
good. Okay,
Like, Mom, don't watch that. Don't watch
Yeah.
that show, Mom.
Same.
Okay, just don't watch it.
And also, I've never seen it either.
Right. And I can't wait until the second half of the season comes out soon. Anyway.
I'm gonna add this to my list.
So, he's in it, which is amazing. He has a Scottish accent. He's gorgeous. He's Sam Hewn. Okay. Now, they try to portray him to be this like skater, idiot, headbands always around his neck type of guy, and I just wasn't loving the vibe they were trying to create for him because that's just not his persona at all. But whatever, he's trying to expand himself and do different creative projects. I get it.
I just want him in a kilt.
I know. That's all I wanted. That's
Is
all
that
I
what
wanted.
he's in Outlander?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So she's texting her dead boyfriend's phone number, which is now his new phone issued through work. So at first he's getting these text messages and he's like, what the frick is this? This doesn't even make any sense. They're all depressing because she's so depressed, right? And then he eventually starts to fall in love with her through these texts. However, has no idea if this is a male or a female, is just falling for whoever this
I didn't even think about
is just
that.
falling for whoever is texting this. Like he just is in love with this image in his brain of whoever this person is. Okay. So basically through the text, she tells John that she's going to go on a date for the first time, and he decides that he's going to show up at that same location and try and figure out who this person is that's texting. That's kind of funny, but it's also kind of weird. Okay. And then his friend that he brings along, oh man, that friend could just take a hike. He did not need to be at the date.
That's
Just
Oh man,
that sounded like Kathy right
he
there.
needed to get out of there.
Yeah.
He wasn't funny, and he was just like obnoxious the whole time. Anyway, so he finds out that at that date it's Priyanka, it's Mira, and she's on a date with Nick Jonas. Now, I wanted to be behind that date, and I wanted to really enjoy the fact that they're married in real life and he was acting like a douche. He is such a bad actor that I couldn't even enjoy any bit of that. I couldn't enjoy an ounce of it.
I knew that he wasn't like what I know him as Camp Rock, and that was like 12 years ago. So I was like more so playing. I thought it was funny when they were in the cab. I was like, that's like stupid, but like funny. I kind of took it that way, and I'm guessing that's not the direction that you
It was just like stupid.
Okay.
It was just stupid.
I took it
like
stupid funny.
There's this like joke of like they were like making out, and she's like, well, can we just like take it slow? And
He literally
he's
goes
like,
in slow-mo.
And so then he goes in slow motion to kiss her. Like, no, or like no one would think that that's what she meant. Like, that's dumb.
Well, I thought that's why it was so like stupid that it was like.
But they were
actually think
but they were
this in real
trying to be
life.
serious. But they were trying to like.
I don't think he was trying to be serious.
I'm
in
telling
that
you, this
moment.
movie was trying to be serious.
Oh, the movie. Okay.
It like the movie, the rest of the movie wasn't funny enough for that part to be funny.
Okay, that's valid.
It
There
was
wasn't
not
any,
set
like,
up well.
funny parts in it. Okay, that's fair.
And so anyway, she just tries to do all the things that her and John, which was her dead boyfriend, used to do. And so she goes to this opera, and then the guy who's getting her text messages also goes to the opera, and then they run into each other.
He's literally stalking
he's stalking her. And he runs into her.
He's going where
At this
where he
point-
knows she's going.
And she comes down in this yellow dress. Why is she wearing this insane yellow dress? And she went to the opera alone. That just felt really like forced to me.
Wow, every little detail, you're like.
Well, I also watched this with
Nailed
Bryce.
it.
It was
I watched
bad.
this with Bryce too, and he was like, "This is horrible. Is there any way that we can turn this off?" I said, "We can't. I have to watch.
You can't.
This.
You
I
have
have to watch
it.
this." And we spent money on this stinking thing, so we gotta watch it
You have to
through.
finish it.
So anyway, they run into each other at the opera. It's a magical experience. He gets her number, even though we already had it. And they go on a date, and they're out on this date all night long, sitting on a park bench in the middle of winter in New York, and somehow don't freeze to death with a light winter jacket on. Can't handle stuff like that.
You need the reality. Is that what it is?
You're in New York in wintertime. You can't wear a light jacket and just expect that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, I think you need the literal.
So, and then somehow Celine Dion is in this movie.
Oh my gosh, forgot about that.
I did
That
too,
was
actually.
Weird.
I
That
forgot
was
about that.
weird. And all of a sudden, like, she's giving this guy who's receiving these text messages advice. And, like, I love Celine Dion, one of the greatest artists of all time. She lost her husband actually in real life. So that was a real, like, thing that they could talk about. But, like, it just, again, so forced. And if you were to ask Bryce,
Well,
he said from the beginning, you could just tell they're acting from the moment they said action. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
They mentioned like this one guy was like, yeah, well, if you're keeping up with what the kids are saying, we're in a Celine-assance, like a
Yes.
renaissance with Celine
Yes.
Dion. And I was like,
Oh.
no,
We're
we're
actually
not.
So,
didn't
like,
catch
I don't know
that.
what
Also, who
world.
says
I don't know
that?
what world this
Oh, I didn't
whole
even catch
world was
that.
living in this film, but it wasn't
Yeah.
our world.
It was a dystopian.
It was a dystopian
It was a
society.
different
It'll never
world.
happen.
Different world.
So anyway, Celine Dion's somehow in there, and then they fall in love. But then, oh no, she finds out that he's been getting her text messages the whole time. And again, this is where that communication thing comes into play. Like if you just would have said from the beginning, hey, I think I'm getting your texts.
Right.
Then you could just
There's
get
always
out
that moment
there.
where it's like, do you have something on your mind? And they're like,
Yeah.
no. I feel like that's every movie.
And so then they have to work through that. There's a struggle. And then she comes at the end and he somehow knows where she is, but I don't even know where they are at the end. It's like he ran off like it was some significant place and he ran to the opera, but then she wasn't even there. So he ran like up the street to the park that they didn't even go to in this particular place. And then she's like yells his name and he's yelling her name in the middle of the street, trying to look for her in the middle of like public. I don't know. But basically the consensus at the end is that this was terrible. And she told me this was a Christmas movie and there was literally not a single element of Christmas besides the fact that it snowed. There was not
really
one element of Christmas.
I don't think it's supposed to be a Christmas
So I don't know why
movie.
you told me.
not.
It came out.
You told me this came out.
It came out in
Christmas.
2023. It came out in 2023 is what Netflix said. I'm going to look up the
yeah,
date.
I could have sworn that it had more in it than
Well, it didn't.
just snow, but
didn't.
maybe not.
No Santa.
Maybe not.
Not even a Santa cameo in the background. Like it wasn't even like
Well,
subtly Christmas. It literally was never Christmas.
Oh, do you want to know the release
God,
date?
it's July.
May 5,
Great.
2023.
Great.
Not even Christmas.
So, sorry,
I don't know why. I thought there
literally-
was like a tree in the
Oh,
background. or
guys,
something.
it has a 28% on
Oh,
Rotten
it's too
Tomatoes.
high.
I know. I was looking
It's
that
too
up
high.
too. You know what's funny?
It's too high.
I mean, I'm going to stand by this, and I know this is going to be a hot take in this crowd, considering all that you've just said. I took it as like a stupid, like, oh, okay, kind of a show. I didn't mind it. Would I have said that it was like the most amazing movie I've ever seen? No. But I also did like it. I wanted to see Priyanka. I wanted to see Nick be stupid. I wanted to, and I felt like the plot line, it also probably didn't help that the whole weekend, I mean, not to put a damper on it, but we were like talking about death a lot. So I feel like it was a movie that was like capturing what it felt like to like lose someone and try to find love again. Yes, the details of it, sure, maybe was unconventional. But I thought the idea of like someone trying to like find love after a death of a loved one was kind of cool, and how like they like met was very unconventional, and all these things like had to align. I know they're making faces at me right now, but I'm just saying, I
You're
thought that
making
was
this
cute.
sound so poetic, and it just wasn't in any sense.
I'm just saying that I thought it was cute. I
Oh,
really
and then to wrap it
did.
all up, Celine Dion asked her to make a poster for her tour.
Did we ever see it, by the way?
Yes. And it's literally
Oh.
a caterpillar surrounded by like clouds. It's not even good.
When
Why
was
would
that? Was
Celine
that at
Dion
the
want
end of
that?
the movie?
When the sister invites him to come in and she's like, hey, can I show you something? And they go and they both
Oh.
stand over it and just stare at it. And that was that.
Oh. I can't even say I remember that.
Did you watch the same movie that
I
I
did.
watched?
I'm pretty positive. But I don't remember the poster, but I also at that point it was like 11, so I think I was falling asleep. I thought it was cute. Well, I'm sorry that you didn't like it. I'm sorry that it wasn't Christmas also. Apparently that I just told you some false hope.
You
So
know,
there's
when
that.
a movie's not good, you can at least chalk it up to like Christmas miracle or Christmas magic, you know?
This is true.
But there
I
was
don't know
no
why I thought it
Christmas element
was.
to even pretend that I can just erase
Because
it.
Kiara, it has the cheesy element.
Yes.
It's cheesy.
Maybe that's why I just associated
And
with
that's-
Hallmark, because most of the Hallmark ones are like have a cheesy
And I
element
think that's
in
why
it.
I didn't like it so much, is because this was an actual real movie that they were trying to make a good film. Like
That's
it's not even
fair.
a Christmas movie that, you know, is a Christmas movie and it's going to suck because
That they could like twist and
they
whatever.
like
Yeah.
actually tried to make a good movie.
It probably would have been better if it was like somewhat Christmas tied, so you could kind of put it
If,
in
like
that.
if it was Santa instead of Celine Dion.
It should have been Santa.
That actually
It's
would have been
Santa should have been
amazing.
giving the advice instead of Celine.
Yeah.
the Celine
You
one
know, I
that
lost Mrs. Claus.
that did feel
a
like
couple
out of
years
nowhere.
ago.
Also, I feel like we haven't heard a peep out of Celine Dion, and then she was like in this movie randomly
Well,
as
she
herself
did have
too.
cancer. She did have cancer.
Oh, recently?
Yeah.
Pour one out for
yeah.
Celine Dion.
I think it was like
Every
throat. It was like
title.
throat cancer too. It was like not good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that reel of her singing, imitating Cher? Do you know that? It's like an old Vine, but it's like in an interview, and she's like, "Hello, hello."
No.
Do you know what I'm
Guess we
talking
haven't
about?
seen it.
Okay, I'm gonna send it because it's
Send it in the chat.
funny.
But yeah, anyway, so my final review, it's getting a 3 out of 10 purely because I love Sam and I will never forsake him. And I love
Outlander,
Celine,
I guess.
and I love Celine Dion's song at the very, very end.
You know, that's a higher rating than I thought. At that rate, I thought you were going to give it a 0. So a 3, it feels pretty generous with all your synopsis.
I'm a little nervous that you're going to skew your review of Klaus because of the trash review that this got.
Why would I do that? What, you think I'm going to give it a 1 now instead of a 10 just because you trash on? No.
Well, I know if you
So are
gave
you
it a
giving it
1,
a
it
10?
wouldn't be true because it's okay. Well, anyway,
I'm not
we're gonna
giving it a 10.
transition. We're gonna.
Yeah. Sorry.
She just said she's not
What?
giving Klaus a 10.
I'm not giving it a 10, but I'm not giving it a bad review. Okay, anyways. Okay, transitioning to my movie, it was Klaus. That is a very valid point, Mare, because the blood is boiling. But okay, this movie, honestly, so cute. So I obviously hadn't seen this movie. I didn't really know exactly the premise or anything. I'd seen it on Netflix, like the little, blurb. And so I kind of like knew the animation style, and that is about it. But honestly, okay, some things that I wrote down, there was a quote that they said in this movie, and I thought it was the cutest thing ever. And it was, "A true selfless act sparks another." I'm like, literally, what a good message around Christmas time. I thought that was really cute. And like, you could see just throughout the movie, like how that actually like played into action. I honestly am not going to do a good job at describing the movie. So I don't even feel like let me Google it.
What time of night did you watch it? Were you half asleep when you watched this movie?
No, I watched the whole thing. Colton was with me. It was probably 7:30.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you
So
need
it's
help
pretty-
describing every single act of every
How many
single...
times have you seen this?
Well, once a year since 2019, if not twice a
Oh,
year,
okay.
because that's when it came out.
Okay.
I also,
Okay,
once
I
I see a
found
movie once, I can't forget stuff when it's fresh on my brain.
I wish I was like that. Unfortunately, I need to watch something like super often to remember. But okay, for those who haven't seen it, this is what IMDb says. Okay. When Jesper distinguishes himself as a Postal Academy's worst student, he is stationed on a frozen island above the Arctic Circle, where the feuding locals hardly exchange words, let alone letters. Jesper, so he's pretty much sent there because of his dad. He's about to give up when he finds an ally in a local teacher and discovers Klaus, who is a mysterious carpenter who lives alone in a cabin full of handmade toys. These unlikely friendships return laughter to Smearsburg. Is that right?
Smearensburg.
Forging a new legacy of generous neighbors, magical love, and stockings hung by the chimney with care. Okay, that was a cute little... That kind of wrapped it up, pretty much. This guy goes to this like foreign land and everybody's feuding, and he's trying to reach this goal of sending 6,000 letters out because he is a mailman. So pretty much he goes to this foreign land, is trying to reach this goal of sending out 6,000 letters, all because his dad told him to, and if not, he was gonna be like cut off. So I'm like, okay, already you're like, okay, you kind of know at the end. Like, it's predictable in the way that you know he's going to reach that somehow. But, like, the journey to get there, I feel like you're kind of like, I have no idea. So I thought it was so cute the way that they, like, took a spin on all the Santa Claus stuff. So this guy who's a craftsman, woodsman, is Klaus. And through this, you'll see him, like, taking this guy and, like, dropping off gifts in kids' homes. And it's like, Klaus doesn't actually do it, but he makes... Jesper do it. Jesper? Yeah, it makes Jesper do it. And so that's when like the kids wake up and they're like, oh my gosh, like a gift like under my tree. And so it's like that feeling of like that Christmas magic, but it's like the spins off of those different things. Or they met a family and they all were, in this like certain attire, and they made Klaus wear this big red suit. And it's like, okay, that's like Santa Claus. And he was wearing like his red suit as you think of it, you know, different things like that. Or even the whole Cole situation, how there was like a mean kid. And so Jesper was like, I'm going to put Cole in his stocking. I'm like, that's kind of funny because you always hear about that. And you're like, oh yeah, the Cole in the stocking. And it was because he was a bad kid. But I kind of loved all of that. And obviously in the end, like I don't even know if they flat out say he reaches the goal, but he ends up staying in Smearsburg because he really turns the town around. So I thought that was cute. And, you know, you always know there's going to be like a down before an up. So I'm just like sitting there like, what's going to actually happen, you know, before it like comes back around. So like my little heart of hearts, I'm like, something's going to happen. And sure enough, I don't know the names of the people in the movie, but pretty much they like went behind his back and made it seem like he had gone over the amount that he was going to so he could leave sooner. And in reality, he's like, actually, I really love like being here. So I thought that was so cute. Also the ending when Klaus was like, I'm coming, love. And his wife had, I don't know, when his like wife had like passed away, that got me. I was like, oh, I like felt a little like, okay, that was cute.
Totally. I cried.
Oh, I cried.
Noah
I cried
cried
multiple times during that movie, and I always cry during that part.
So
yeah, that part
like
was
so. Also, I'm not gonna lie, Klaus can get it.
Honestly.
Klaus is a fictional character that can get it.
Also, after we got to that part, Bryce is like, "Are you gonna say that to me?" I said, "Don't you dare."
That's so sad. That's
Oh
so
my
say that to me
gosh.
right now.
No, it was.
But I do have to die first, so it checks out.
Yeah,
That's
Same.
the rule.
that is the rule. But so his wife had died, and the movie kind of portrays his like late wife and kind of the wind. And so whenever the wind would appear, it'd be like his late wife. And so like at the end when he's like you can visibly see him getting older, and he's like, I'm coming, love. At the end, it's like, oh, like you kind of know he like they don't flat out say he dies, but you know it. But then in turn, what's his name? Jesper. He's like, oh, every 25th of December I get to see my friend. I'm like, that's cute. But I was kind of like, what does that mean? I was like, that's cute in theory, but like, what do you mean? His spirit comes every if
Santa Claus.
Well, if Klaus died,
he didn't die. He became Santa Claus. That's why they can never find his body.
oh,
They couldn't find him anywhere.
Wait,
I didn't
really?
get that from the film.
Yeah.
So what does he mean by I'm coming?
But
love?
then how does he join his wife?
Yeah.
So he joins his wife in the sense that that portion of his life and the carpenter and the life they built together in the woods goes to her. But that portion of Klaus, which now gives the gifts, continues to live on. And so now that becomes like the person that is known as Santa Claus. Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he says, I get to see my friend every year, he stops by and visits. And now he is now taking on that like wind element of showing up in those moments and being kind of like the spirit of Christmas.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
See, you describing that makes sense. I feel like, and this was, my first go around watching it. That didn't really get it. I was like, oh, that's a cute sentiment that you see him every year, but it made it seem, I felt like the movie made it seem like he had died and is like with his wife now. And then I was trying to connect the dots of like, how is he like, I know, like I get Santa Claus, but like, how does that tie the dots? I feel like maybe I was like not looking at,
There was like that
all the
magical
parts.
element of his wife Lydia through the wind constantly. And anytime there was a moment that he needed to do something instead of what he wanted to do, she would show up in the wind and show like, no, look at Jesper. You need to be with Jesper and you need to do what he's asking. No, you need to go to Jesper now, even though you guys are fighting, type of thing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then he took over that spirit of what Lydia was and then becomes Santa Claus.
Oh, okay. That's cute.
Okay, very interesting.
Yeah, overall, I felt like the message was good. The whole like selfless act, because you could see like how Jesper had evolved to being like everyone's out for each other to like actually living selflessly. And then like the fact that he married the school teacher and like they had kids. I was like, that's really cute. So I feel like all in all, I feel like the message was good, the story was good. I'm trying to like remember if there were any. I don't feel like there was any holes. The main question I had was there at the end. I was just confused about the whole wind thing, but I feel like all in all, cute. Mary, you have seen it too? Yeah.
I've only seen it once.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also very cute.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it every year. I don't know if it was. I don't even know though if I have like a favorite Christmas. Like in my head, I'm like, I like them all, and so I don't even know if one stands out. So it stands out because it's the most recent and fresh, I would say, and I really did like it.
So not a 10 out of 10.
Not a 10 out of 10 for me. Just it would be hard to be a 10 out of 10. I don't even know.
Yeah, any movie. Yeah,
it
would be
like
hard.
I'm trying to think of a
10
Christmas
10, I
movie
would
that
say.
would be 10 out of 10.
I will
my
say
mind.
it's a movie, like every time you watch it, it gets better. And there's new things that you notice and things that make more sense. And you can kind of see like the imagery from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's like a hidden gem.
Yeah, a hidden gem.
Like
Yeah.
I didn't really know about it, and then Noah watched it like with his mom at one point and was like, "Have you heard of this movie? It's so good. Like we have to watch it."
And I do feel like any animated movie that like tugs on your heartstrings is like it just like is better for some reason.
Yeah.
And the song Invisible might be one of the best songs ever. Happiness miles away.
Who sings it?
It's in the movie.
Oh, I know, but who sings
Was
it?
it like in the end credits?
Oh
yeah. Isn't it Alessia Cara?
No, it's not.
It
It's just
did
some
actually. You know
random
what's funny is
lady.
I did think of that. It sounds like her. I wrote in my notes solid 8 to 9 out of 10 is what I wrote. So I feel like that's pretty good for
like
me.
that.
That's pretty much 10 and 10 out of 10 for most people's books. I think it was 8 to 9. So maybe 8.5 out of 10. I feel like that's a pretty
Sure.
good.
I like that.
Sure.
So I watching it now, I'm like I could wait a while to watch it again, but I feel like I would want to watch it again to maybe pick up on those things cuz I mean, the heart was good. Again, I just like I love a creative moment in movies, so I really feel like how they handled all the magic and details of how Santa is Santa to what we think of him to be, how they played everything into that. I thought that was really cute. Like they did that really well. Yeah. I don't even know what this means. Love that he stayed there. Kind of knew that was going to happen, but still so wholesome. I think that
like in the town.
like you knew you know, again, predictable in that sense, but like still like
Because his whole goal is to like
Leave.
meet this goal so he can leave.
Right.
Mhm.
And then he's
Right.
predictable. Like he's
like
gonna
you like
stay,
know he's gonna
duh,
stay and
but-
like something's gonna happen, but you don't know how he's gonna get there. So I feel like the journey
Yeah.
of that super cute, well done, great job, Klaus.
Yay.
Yeah. Well, that was good.
Well, that wraps up their movie reviews for Christmas.
Wraps up the Christmas movie reviews. I really do like these because you never know what you're gonna get. Clearly,
You really
You know?
don't.
We got to give Mare.
I'd like to have a movie that I
I was
like.
gonna say a non-musical shorter movie for Mare next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll have to. I'm like I don't even
That's
know
fine.
what season is next. A rom-com maybe for Valentine's, but
Maybe.
So, with this being the last episode in season 1, we thought that we would just do a quick overview, some of our favorite things we've talked about, some of our favorite moments, what we're thankful for, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
from the last year. I just have loved, we started this as a way for us to like stay in touch. Like, it's really just an excuse for us to have like a FaceTime each week.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like, we would talk and stuff before this, but it was maybe like once a month,
Or just
maybe
more texting, but less
It was
like
more
face-to-face
texting.
talking.
Yes, and I feel like I'm just thankful to be more connected with you guys. I know more about what's happening in your lives, and I just love that.
yeah.
And I love that we like thought of the idea and actually followed through with it, you
Mhm.
know? Because sometimes it's easy to be like, yeah, let's totally do that. Like sending each other packages. Maybe one of those. But
and it did take us a year to actually do this, but we did it.
But we did it.
We did. We decided, no, we are going to do this. And I'm proud of the way that we've all used our creativity to make this happen. And I have so much fun doing this with you guys.
I don't know a world without this now.
I know.
And I don't want to.
Oh, and I make it like it's just part of my week. Like, oh, I got a podcast with the girls.
I know.
And like Bryce is just like, oh yeah, well I know you have to podcast. Like it's very well known. Like no, you need to go do this. And
like Wednesday nights, this is what we do.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm so thankful to have your guys' friendship and the outlet to like continue to talk about stuff and to also just like be real in a friend group and for other people to just hear our friendship and like, I don't know, maybe resonate with it or feel like they get to be a part of it because it's so much fun.
Yeah, I agree. That was number one on my like just continual list at the end of the year, things that have brought me joy in 2023. I have the podcast as like number one because it really has been. Everything that you said, Case, so true. I just feel like I look forward to this every week. And like it's truly a highlight. And then like you said, we kind of started as just like well, hey, if no one else listens and it's just us three catching up, like that's still a win. And so no matter what happens, it's still a win because we get to like see each other. But like
absolutely,
we're so grateful that people actually do tune in and listen. Yeah. Like kind of a crazy concept, like people that we don't know are like hearing our voices and everything. But
and hopefully when we get to season 2, you'll do we'll maybe do a better job, or maybe you'll do a better job of recognizing our voices and how they're a little bit different.
Knowing who's who.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, I have another kind of thing that I've been thinking about this year. Because my word for this year was health. And I really thought that it was going to be a year dedicated to like being like physically healthy. Like I just was like, I need to get healthy, whatever the way that looks like. And initially I was like, maybe physically, number one, but also emotionally, spiritually, mentally. But I feel like this year, like I've really found joy in the like small wins of life. Like sometimes I can live in the extremes and I'm just looking for like chopping down this huge goal or huge task that I did. And that's what like fulfills me and brings me joy. But I really I've learned a lot about myself, about just like things, how I'm wired now because of like different experiences that I've had that have actually brought me joy to be like, okay, this is the response for this, or like that you're going to work on your emotional health this month and maybe your mental health this month and then maybe your spiritual health this month, like taking it in strides. And I feel like that's just been kind of cool to see for me this year, like taking time for myself. At the end of every year, I go on like a little like Kiki day and I like write down, I literally go through my camera roll and I like write down all my like high core memories. And it's just so fun for me. And I just did this a couple weeks back and I was just sitting there like, this is like so fun to just like spend time reflecting on the year and then thinking what's ahead. And then I got my word for the next year. But like those things like do bring me joy too. Like taking time in the mundane, in the small, and being like grateful for like where I've come.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, on that super high note, Mare, why don't you bring down the mood?
Okay. I'm really excited for this.
Final one of season 1.
Final one.
Crazy,
and we're going to go with a bang. So a couple weeks ago, I was at a friend's house, a lady from church. She had a bunch of us over and we played this game and I thought it was pretty fun. So we're going to play it tonight.
Oh.
Okay.
So I'm going to say, actually, okay, first of all, I need both of you to get a piece of paper and a pencil. So we'll take a brief pause.
Can I have a piece of paper and a pen?
Okay. Got a pen.
Okay. So now that you have your pen/pencil and paper, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to say a line in a song.
Okay.
And these are all Christmas songs that you know.
Oh.
I know you know these.
Let's go,
Okay.
baby.
No.
I'm going to say a line in a Christmas song, and you can get 2 points for each of these, okay? 1 point for saying the next line.
Oh.
And 1 point for saying the name of the song. So, but don't say it. Write it
Love
down.
this.
Next line.
Okay.
And name of
and the name of the song. Okay. So this one, we're going to start off. I think this first one's pretty easy. I tested these on Noah earlier, so hopefully these go well. So this one, here's the first line. Okay. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Write down the next line. And then write down what the name of the Christmas song is. And when you're ready, give me a thumbs up.
I feel like I can't write that fast.
Done.
It's okay.
Let's go, baby.
Okay. Done.
Next.
Done.
Okay. What's the next line?
Make
I just
my
want you
wish
for my own, more than you could.
All I want for Christmas is
Yeah. And then the name is All I Want for Christmas is You. Yes. Okay.
Is you.
Okay, great. So
this is good.
So that's the next one. Do you like this do of writing it out and then saying it, or do you want to just like try and say it?
We could probably have a sec try to say it. I might want to like write. I feel like that's going to take longer to write it.
I
out.
like the option to write it if I need to, like flesh it out.
Sure.
But I wanted,
or maybe you both decide like if you're like I don't know this, and one of you is.
I definitely wanted to bust out and song that last one.
Maybe if you know it, say like, oh, I know this one.
Okay.
Because like if someone knows it and the other one is like, no, give me a second to think about it. You know.
Okay.
But it could be fun because I want to do like points. You know.
Right.
So you both got 2 points.
You
for
both
that,
have two.
and then we'll
I'll
see
write
who has
down
the
that I
most
have 2
at the end.
points.
Okay. So you both have 2 points.
2 points. Okay.
Okay. Next.
Okay.
Our cheeks are nice and rosy.
That's it.
That's
Cheeks
it.
are nice and rosy. Like, obviously, I know so many songs where cheeks are nice and rosy. I wish I had a touch more context.
I feel like it's
Do you
Baby,
know
It's
it?
Cold Outside. Can I lock that in? I don't know why I feel like that's right, but I
Say the line one more time.
Our cheeks are nice and rosy.
Cheeks are nice and rosy, and our pockets full of posy.
I know. I was like, from the tips of my toes.
Why does that make sense, though?
Cheeks are nice and
So
rosy.
nice and rosy.
Do you know what the song title could be?
Baby, it's cold outside, but I don't remember a line
It
at
might
all
not
in that
be.
song. I don't think
I'm
going to
tell you, it's not Baby.
It's not
It's Cold
that.
Outside.
Okay, good. Our cheeks
you
are
want-
nice and no. Our cheeks are nice and rosy. Our cheeks are nice and rosy, and our no, that's not it. Nope.
Chestnuts
No.
rosy. No.
No.
I'm like just trying to think of the most outlandish ones.
Rosy.
Oh, okay, hold
Our
on.
cheeks
Waylon
are
wants to go.
rosy.
That's it.
Do you want the first note?
Yes.
Wait.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on.
Are you kidding me? I am on a roll right now. I don't know pause. Cheeks are nice and rosy. Cheeks are nice and rosy. I like. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Do you want the first note?
Yes.
Our
cheeks. Our cheeks.
Wait, say it again.
Okay. So I'm going to say that you don't get any points for this one.
No,
Okay.
no, don't move on yet. No, give me. No,
you don't know it.
No, we know it.
You don't know it.
No,
you don't
Kiara,
know it.
come on, let's go.
You don't know
cheeks. Cheeks are rosy. Our cheeks
rosy.
rosy.
Why do I feel like that's right?
Cheeks
Our cheeks are nice and rosy, and comfy cozy are we. Our cheeks are nice and rosy, and
comfy cozy are we.
Oh,
We're snuggled up together.
Yeah.
Like two birds of a feather should be. Come
It's
on.
sleigh ride.
Aw.
Yep.
Our cheeks
So
are nice
so far
I'm
you
very
both are still
upset.
tied at 2 points. That's
I
okay.
am-
We still have so
I am-
many.
That's
we
really
still,
very
annoying,
upset.
actually.
we still have
I'm
so
mad.
many to go. It's
That's
okay.
why
okay.
you were rushing us. I don't want to be
Yes, because
rushed.
there's. It's okay. All right. Here's the
Sleigh
next
ride.
one.
Okay.
Voices singing, "Let's be jolly."
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
Okay, I was going to say that too, but how can I still get the point?
That's
I know you said that was the one thing we
that's
weren't
why.
supposed to do.
I know. That's why we weren't supposed to do
I
that.
couldn't help it. It just came
I was
out.
literally going to write it down. What was the phrase, though, that you said?
voices singing "Let's Be Jolly."
Deck the halls with boughs of
I believe
holly.
you, Kiara.
I
I'll give it to you.
remember that
Okay,
one.
The
now
Christmas tree.
do you know the name of it? Do you know the name of the
Jingle
song?
Ball Rock.
Wait,
why did I say?
Let's be.
No, hold on.
Wait,
Deck the
Joyce
halls
is
with boughs of
singing. Let's be.
Rockin'
Don't say,
around.
don't say it, because Kiara needs to think about it too.
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
Yes.
I got it.
Why did I say that? As soon as I said it,
Say it
I
in
had
your
instant
head.
regret.
Say it in your head.
Let's go
in
back to
case.
writing it down. We're gonna write it down.
Dang it, I lost my privileges.
Okay, so you both have 4 points. You both have 4 points.
Kind of, but I'll take it.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah, because you couldn't help that.
Okay, I won't. I won't
4
do it
points.
again.
Okay,
I won't
next
do it
one.
again.
Write it down.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Take a look at the 5 and 10. Casey. And the name of the song too. Don't forget about that.
Do we do the artist too?
Okay, I'm ready.
No,
The artist.
You got
know
it.
how many people have done this one?
Well, I'm thinking of
Yeah,
a
this song
specific
is-
version. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, it looks like
Okay.
you both got
Yeah.
it. Okay, so we'll say it together. Take a look at the 5 and 10.
Listening once again. With Ken.
There you go.
The silver lanes of
Yeah. What's the and the song title?
like Christmas. Were you thinking Michael Bublé?
Yes.
Okay.
I was.
Okay, nice job. Okay, next one.
Okay.
This one's kind of hard. I feel like I didn't give enough context in this one.
Do it anyway.
Okay. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting.
Okay.
Who do you think I am? Some chump?
Okay, but no, I just added more onto it because the one that I have written down is not enough.
Wait,
I would have gotten
just
it.
I originally just wrote down marshmallows for toasting.
I would have
Would you
had it.
gotten
I would have
from
had
that?
it. Mm-hmm. And
Marshmallows
Caroline
for
out in the
toasting?
snow.
From marshmallows
Yes.
for toasting, you would have had that?
Yes.
There'll
I
be
think
scary ghost stories and tales of the glories
Okay,
of
okay.
Christmases long, long ago.
Okay, what's this song name?
Long ago.
Wonderful time of
I was going to say it's the most wonderful time of the year, but is that not what we
Yes.
just said? Oh, no. We just said it's beginning to look
Nope.
like Christmas. Just
Okay.
kidding.
Okay, well, we're going harder.
Okay.
Go harder. Do it.
Go harder.
I got to turn the page. I'm writing too much.
Same.
Okay. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh.
See, this is annoying now. I'm like, I know it, but I can't think of the next freaking line.
You can't?
Yeah.
Hold on. Do we have a time limit?
Casey, don't shame.
Don't shame and don't sing it because I want to get this.
He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh.
You know what's funny is all the songs kind of like mesh together once you like start thinking
Yeah.
about them.
I have
Totally.
I have to hum it. I'm going to mute myself for a second so that you guys can't hear me singing
The
out
song
loud.
title, I didn't know that this is what this song was titled. So the song title
I think
this one
I
is
do
hard.
know it. I just
Okay.
need to sing it out loud. And how do I flip and mute
So go
myself?
ahead and mute.
Oh, there it is.
I want to say Santa Claus is coming to town just for the sake of that it's Santa. Is that it?
It's not that one, no.
What's that here?
Oh my
Hold on.
gosh.
Because I can't see me. I know that I don't know this. So just
No, don't Google it. You're not
Can
allowed
she
to
hear
Google
me?
it. I'm going to tell you the
For
answer in a
you.
little bit.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay,
She
sorry.
just
I was
muted.
gonna say
And also, I wouldn't let you because it's my game.
that's fair. Okay, fine.
Don't Google.
I won't even
ready.
chat GPT it.
I'm ready.
Once you start singing it,
Kiara,
I'll get it.
Are you ready to admit defeat?
No, start singing it, and it's gonna come to me.
Okay, I'm ready.
He's loaded
Lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child
is
gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly.
Do you know the
This
name
is,
of
the
this
Christmas song?
Yes.
This is the Christmas song.
It's called The
Oh.
Christmas Song, and I'll let you have that in parentheses.
I don't think I would've
Merry
got the title.
Christmas to you.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes, I didn't know that
longer
title before. Yep.
Nah, I wouldn't have gotten the title.
Nice
It's
job.
a Christmas song. Thank
this
you.
Christmas. Okay.
Okay, we're getting harder. Ready?
Okay.
Has walked where angels trod.
Oh, this is a spiritual.
This is a
She's
spiritual
like, this
song.
is actually
Has walked where angels trod.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta mute myself so I can sing out loud again. Say it.
Has walked where angels trod.
Has walked where angels.
I'll give you a hint in that the next
Yeah.
line
off your
rhymes. It's
headphones.
my game. I get to choose.
The next line rhymes.
Yeah. Has walked where angels trod. The last word rhymes with trod.
See, I feel like you get going with the song.
Kiara, you of all people know this song.
What does that even mean?
You of all people know this song.
It's Canadian.
You're the most choiry of the three of us.
No.
There's no reason you should
I
know
was
this.
thinking-
There's an
Kiara.
artist that does this song that you were obsessed with in college.
Tori Kelly?
No. You went to their
No.
concert.
Please tell me back.
Okay. Are we ready? Can I
Okay.
say it?
Yep.
Has walked where angels trod. When you kiss your little baby, you kiss the face
You
of
kiss
God.
the Son of God.
Mary, did
Mary,
you know?
did you know?
It's your
Pentatonics
baby.
did
Oh,
this
Pentatonics.
song. Yes. Mary, did you
Oh.
know?
No.
Yeah.
Their version actually is really good.
It's very good.
Oh,
Not good enough for you to remember.
No. Well, I got the name of it, but not.
Okay.
The
I have
next
3
line.
more. Can we do 3 more?
Angels trod. Yes.
Okay. Slip a sable under the tree for me. Do you
I'm
both
ready.
have it?
And before I do it, I would like to give a shout out to my Aunt Kendra.
Does she love this song?
She hates this song. This is her least favorite song at Christmas. And every year I listen to it, I send her a video of
I
the
like
song
that.
because she hates it.
I know
Key,
the
are
name
you
of
ready?
it, but I don't think.
Yeah.
I know
That's
it's
okay.
Santa Baby, but I don't think I know
Yes.
the
Mhm.
until we sing it, and then it'll come.
Slip a sable under the tree
For me.
and a platinum night, Santa baby.
That's not the next line.
Oh, shoot!
Slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awfully good girl.
Oh,
It's okay.
Been an awful good girl.
Awful good girl. Yep.
Okay, they kind of, yeah.
Balls.
All right, but it is Santa Baby.
Santa Baby. Okay, next.
All right, 2 more.
Just turn the page again.
Now, I will say, when I did this with Noah, he did not know many of these, but he did know this one right away. And for that, I love him.
Okay.
And this one, if you know it, I feel like it's okay if you just sing it.
Okay.
I should be playing in the winter snow.
This the most beautiful time of the year. Like
Oh,
so much cheer. I should be playing in the winter snow, but
I'ma be under the mistletoe. Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
mistletoe.
Oh,
It's
that's a
so
good
good.
freaking
That one, I'm
line.
fine
Shawty
giving
with
you
you.
both of those votes because that song you just have to sing. It's so good.
Under the mistletoe.
Hey,
I'm still
love.
writing his name down for some
Wise
reason.
men follow the star.
The way I follow my heart.
That's such a good song. You know what's good on that album too? You know what's good on
What?
that album too is Drummer Boy.
His
How
drum
do we feel
part
about-
is pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on the drum. Yeah, I'm on the bass drum.
Okay, this is the last one.
No.
Okay.
Okay? Where
Okay.
the treetops glisten.
Can I do it?
No, just write it.
Okay, it's just like on the edge of her seat.
Where the treetops glisten.
Which is really
Okay.
cute that you're doing this, by the way.
I had to do this one.
That is a cute one.
Do you know it, Key? Are you good?
I do, yeah. I'm ready.
All right. What is it? Where the treetops glisten.
Tops glisten and
children listen
There you go.
hear sleigh bells falls in the snow.
Very
White
good. And what's
Christmas.
the song?
Oh.
White Christmas.
White Christmas. A little homage to your movie.
Yes, I
White
had to
Christmas.
end on
True.
that one.
Oh,
Okay.
that is a
That's
cute
cute.
way to round it out.
What are your points? I'd love to know point totals.
Oh.
17.
17. Is that possible? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh my gosh, good job.
Thank you.
I honestly forgot to count.
You may
I
count right
bet-
now.
I
Oh.
beat her. I already know that I did.
I
so
think
it
you
doesn't
did
matter.
also.
I think you did beat me, but there was one that I got and you didn't.
And you
I
didn't.
just want to point that out, just on the pod. I'm sorry. I just had to point
I
that out.
just want you to know
yeah.
there was one that you didn't know, and I did.
But the majority, I would get if we started singing it, but I didn't know
Yes,
the next
that's-
line.
This it almost feels like I'm listening to people play like Mad Gab. Because
Mhm.
I know what the phrase is, and
Oh,
then
And
yeah.
it's so obvious.
hearing you say it in like the wrong
Yeah.
rhythm is like,
Mhm.
you know.
The one that tripped
Yeah.
me up was
The rosy cheeks really stumped me. Like, I felt like I really might have
Yeah.
not recovered from rosy cheeks, but I
Which
pulled it
one was
together and
rosy
I
cheeks?
came
Honestly,
through
I
with
was
the dub.
nervous after that one. Yeah.
I know.
which one was the Rosy Cheeks one?
Our
No, the
cheeks
second
are
one.
nice
Nice
and
and
rosy
rosy
and
and
comfy.
comfy,
'Cause
cozy.
you're-
It's because you made it seem like that was the end of the phrase, and then you kept
Yes.
going.
Amen.
So I think that's what tripped me
Amen.
up. I was
Sure.
like, that's the end.
Our cheeks are nice and rosy. And then it was like,
and then
our
I was
cheeks
trying to
are
rhyme
nice
rosy.
and rosy.
Yeah.
I was trying to rhyme rosy with something. Like,
Comfy, cozy, but I said
You
I
said
don't even-
rosy posy.
pocket- yeah,
so I was like
pocket
on
full
the
of
right.
posy.
Yeah, I was
I don't
on like
even
the
think
right
I
track.
said
I just couldn't
anything.
think.
It's actually A Pocket Full of Sunshine by Natasha Bedingfield.
you know what? You should do this to your family and then just throw in like a super like a Nicki Minaj song and just
Super bass. Boy, you
Super
got
bass.
that.
That was super fun.
Yay,
Thank
I'm
you,
glad
Laura.
you like
was a
that.
cute
for that.
one. That was
Thank you,
fun.
Mare.
Thanks for that,
Yeah.
Mare.
It's always nice to get a nice W at the end of the night too. Yeah, so
Yeah, we love that.
Good.
Right, Key?
We love that. We love the dub. Yes, I do love a good win.
Well, this rounds out season 1.
Wow,
That's crazy.
fun.
Season 1.
Don't worry, we will be back.
Yeah. And maybe
We'll be
by
back.
next episode, we'll have you saying, wow, it's been forever.
Honest, that's funny.
Yikes. That was good. Great job.
That was
Thank
good.
you.
Catch us back on January the 10th. That is the date that season 2 will be dropping.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure to follow along for the details on that. But
And
we'll see you on
follow
January
our
10th.
Instagram because we might have some fun stuff going on there.
Ooh.
What is our
We're also
Instagram
on
handle?
TikTok. Oh, it's been forever.
It's been forever pod.
Oh, yeah.
Cast?
Podcast.
Yeah, I know. I
think it's
literally
podcast.
my head was like,
Podcast.
which one
I
is
get
it?
confused.
Podcast.
Hey, and send us an email, you guys. It's
Yeah.
been foreverpod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to collect a bunch of these emails
Yeah.
that we can sift through and read through your emails during our second season. And yes, Mom, we love when you write in, but we'd love if other people wrote in as well. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid. Don't be bashful.
You don't have to be our
write
mom
in.
to
We'd love to
write
talk
in.
to you.
Yes.
We'd love to talk to you.
And also, we're newly on TikTok now. So if you
Whoop,
are
whoop.
a TikTok girly or guy, please follow along there. We'll probably just be doing some clips there of us. So make sure you listen for the full stories. But we're going to be posting snippets of our episodes on there. So you can stay connected with us even until we drop season 2.
Woo woo.
Yep.
Woo woo. Well, we love you
Well,
guys.
Love you guys. And
Love you.
I hope you have a happy Christmas.
Yeah.
and
Merry
New Year.
Christmas. That's
Wait,
true.
I
Wait a
mixed that
minute.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy
that
Christmas
was
and a
fun,
Merry
though.
New Year. Hold
I
on,
liked it.
that's not right.
That's
not
Well,
right.
thanks. I meant to do that on purpose.
We love
then.
to end
Have
with
a
the
happy
W.
Christmas and a Merry New Year. That was good. Well,
That's right.
it's probably gonna be a little bit until we chat next, so I'm excited to come back in season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
Ready to
too.
go.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.